Hello Andy, this is Colin. I won't be able to get in tonight. I'm sweating like a pig. 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 I'm sweating like a pig.
Well, hello, David here, One Up Gaming. Gonna have a quick go at the 30th anniversary of the Street Fighter collection, I think it's called. And we're gonna play one of the worst games ever, for the worst game ever series. And this one's a bit controversial, simply because the game itself came out and it did change the shape of everything. Although that was Street Fighter 2, the original Street Fighter was such a bad game. Now, yeah, let's have a look at Street Fighter from 1987. So back in this sort of era, it wasn't really what would be a one-on-one fighting game. It was normally more like a side-scrolling, but you're on one actual plane of the level, so you can't go up or down. You just stood still and you can jump, kick and punch, like Kung Fu and all those sort of games. And enemies would come at you from the left or the right, and you have to punch them or kick them as they come towards you, and that is basically the game. Street Fighter was one of the first, well it wasn't, it was quite early in the, where it was actually just you and a single opponent on the screen, where you would be trying to defeat that opponent. So as you can see, the sprites are not the best looking, the animation is horrendous, and the sound effects are bad, the music's quite bad. It is amazing that Capcom actually managed to get the Street Fighter name and brand into so much of the world. Because when you think about it, this game was bad. And you can tell how bad that Capcom thought this game did, because Street Fighter 2 in the early days was going to be Final Fight, because that was originally going to be the Street Fighter 2. And does he have red hair? Does Ryu have red hair? I thought he had brown hair. I might be right. I don't know what I'm going on about. I'm the wrong person to ask. But yeah, so the movement's choppy, the animation's crap. It doesn't have any sort of flow, so no combos, no sort of anything. It's just not very good. It is a bad game. So I will just mention, every Monday we have the Evercade series. Every Tuesday we have the Star Trek Online. Every Wednesday we have the Worst Games Ever series. Every Thursday we have me playing a Ridge Racer 6, trying to complete that. And every Friday we have the weekly podcast. So technically speaking, Street Fighter is a crap game. I actually managed to do a fireball there. It's amazing. I didn't know it had fireballs. That's how bad it is. And I do love the fact that it makes him go in slow motion. And there I actually won with a super sort of like fireball special move finish, whatever you want to say. And yeah, it's just a bad game. It really is. But I mean, I will say I do actually like the detail of this background. I shouldn't really record these things when I've just finished the night shift. But what are you gonna do? So yeah, I don't know what any of the enemies are, if any of them have got any names or nothing. But that, my friends, is Street Fighter. So I thought I'd have a quick look at that. So the timeline, 1987 for Street Fighter. And I think Street Fighter 2, is it 91? 92? Oh, completely. So 90, So 91. Then 92 for Street Fighter Turbo, whatever. Super Street Fighter. That was a good game. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo was good. Street Fighter Alpha. I never quite liked the Street Fighter Alpha games. I just didn't get into them. Street Fighter 3. I thought they were quite good, but they were quite hard. But yeah, so that is the Street Fighter history in a nutshell there. But so I do like this sort of collection because I like the museums where you can look at the characters, the history, the making ofs, all these like little documentations to show what was going on back in the day. I do like the original Street Fighter documentation because it looks so basic, you know, like the drawings and everything. So these ones are looking a lot more detailed in the drawing. Don't have a clue who half of these characters are. I mean, some of these artworks are really good. Wish I could draw this well. I wish I could just draw, to be honest. I do like it when you can go to, say, sort of Ken, and then you can actually look at him throughout the Street Fighter sort of series. So Ken in Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha, and Street Fighter 3. You can just see the detail getting more and more and more as they were going through. And let's have a look at Birdie. I didn't realise he was a big white guy then a big black guy. It's like on The Simpsons where Mr. Smithers in the first episode is black and then in all the rest is white. I used to love Fei Long. Just his big fire kick thing. But anyway, that will do for me. We'll have a look at Chun-Li before we go, but that will do. Thank you all for watching. It's been me, David, One Up Gaming. Worst games ever, the original Street Fighter game. So thank you. Goodbye.